Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It is a glorious day today. A little bit breezy, a little bit cooler than it has been. It's not 35 degrees today, so might actually be able to get some work done without sweating the guy's balls off. But why is it glorious? It's not just the weather. Two things. Old Red's back. Yeah, Old Red's back from the body shop after May, June, July. 3 months. 3 months in the body shop to get $8,000 worth of work done. Most of that was in relation to how hard it was to get parts. Who knew that was such a thing? The other good thing is that we got paid out for the stock trailer. So they're going to have to come get that with a tow truck. I guess they can come get that one, and then we can start seriously looking. We've been kind of casually looking for one in the interim, I should say. But well, we've been looking for a unicorn. But more and more now, it's as time goes on, we're finding more and more that's going to fit our needs. So I think we won't be long until we pick something up here. I ran over to my buddy Robin's yesterday and grabbed a big old bag of hog feed for the pigs. They're doing good. They'll probably get to the end of that and maybe a little bit more, and then they'll be off to the sausage factory. So that's pretty fantastic. So I'm unhooked from the trailer here now. I got to load up some sheep wire, page wire, and then we're gonna head down to the bush section there. We're gonna extend another 100 meters, another 330 feet, and then we're gonna go electric netting through the bush, and then we'll move the ewes out of where they're at in the dugout pasture, and they can come out into the bush for a few weeks and chew on that. I tell you one thing that really ticked me off there yesterday. So I got the truck back from the body shop. It does not come with a factory brake controller, and we haul a trailer quite a bit, right? So I mean, there's only so much you can haul this without trailer brakes. That's fairly light load, but you get pulling the stock trailer, or you get pulling the dump trailer or something like that, you really want a set of brakes helping you out, because that's just a half-ton truck, and so it can get kind of tossed around a little bit. So I run to Canadian Tire and I pick up a brake controller, and I'm looking or whatever, trying to find because of course you got to have an adapter. You can't just have a brake controller with a universal coupling into the braking system. Ford's got their own, GM's got their own, Nissan, Daihatsu, they all seem to have their own unique thing. And then not only that, by model year, of course, that's only good for like 5 or 6 years, and then they got to have a new coupling, a new adapter, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. So anyways, I picked up a brake controller that was like $170, and then the adapter wire is another $30 on top of that. I get it home, and it was for the 2017 or whatever model GM. I thought, well, that's close enough. Like, it's probably gonna fit, right? No, not even close. Not even close. So I sent Carmen back to town. She's taking that back today. And it looks like Canadian Tire doesn't even sell the one I need for that. So I might be having to order that off the internet, which is super convenient. I don't want to go to GM for it because I know it probably cost me twice as much money as what it's worth. What I don't understand though is it's just 4 wires. Like, it's just 4 wires. Why can vehicle manufacturers, no different than the trailer plug-in on the back of the thing for the lights, why can't you just have a universal connector, right? Just have a universal connector that fits all vehicles, all makes, all models, and just everybody just get on the same page and figure it out, and stop with this nonsense having to make 35 different wiring harnesses for every different make, model of vehicle that's out there. Ludicrous. Anyways, vehicle manufacturing woes aside, the other thing I got to do before I rig up any permanent fence down there in the bush is I got to rig up some temporary fence right up here in the yard site. So yesterday, I don't even know how fast the wind was blowing, but it was blowing fast, and the big turkey tractor, it's been going. It started at the barn. It's been making its way across the yard, and eventually I'm going to get around and up to the shop, and then we're going to have turkey burgers. But needless to say, anyways, while we were working that plan, we suddenly realized the garden was getting away on us, and there's a whole bunch of weeds and stuff over there that I don't want to pull it. And it's exactly where our carrots are planted. I kind of want to be able to salvage the carrots, and so if you start pulling a bunch of weeds, I might accidentally, part of me wants to just go in there and spray it all and get it gone, but I'm also trying to do things a little bit better for the planet. So my thought here is that I got a big roll of electric wire I got from the mother-in-law. It's 4 feet tall. It's a bit taller than the stuff that we have here. So maybe the maybe the turkeys won't jump over it and get eaten by coyotes. So I'm going to put that around where the carrots are supposed to be, but the weeds currently are. I'm going to wheel the big turkey tractor up there and let them out. But last night they come home, and I'd already turned the turkey tractor, started going that way, going towards the weed patch. So basically I went broadside into the wind, and that $16 tarp from Canadian Tire was like, oh, nothing to do with this. So it was all the grommets tore out on the one side, which is just great. So there I was tying knots in the plastic tarp and ratchet strapping it down so that we didn't have, twister turkeys, I guess. But anyways, they're all contained. They're still there. Carmen's picking up a replacement tarp today. It's a little bit more heavy duty than what we got in there right now. And we'll get some wiring put up and see if we can't let some turkeys out to eat some weeds. Now, with that said, if you've ever rolled or unrolled electric netting, you'll know how important it is that it's rolled meticulously, because otherwise it's a tangled mess. So much of a mess that, like, when I was down in the bottom last year, I was almost to the point of tears. It was that tied up, because it's like, it's bad. It's real bad. And then I got this with the mother-in-law, and there it is. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute, but we'll get it unraveled and get it rigged up. I'm just going to have to exercise some patience that I just don't have, but I'm going to have. All right, well, after an hour on the phone with the insurance company, because apparently they're not done getting information from us, we're all rigged up here. Turkey tractor's moved, fencing is up. It's a little bit taller, but thankfully there's a soft spot here where I can stay limber. Let's let some turkeys out and see what kind of disaster this can be. Here, turkey, turkey, turkey. Apparently it's pretty nice in the old turkey gazebo there. They're not wanting to come out. I might have to go in and fetch them out. Come on, turkeys. Oh, a little bit short for me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Try this again. Come on. Out you go. You just need one. Just need one. Out you go. No, out you go. Look, see? Outside. See? Come on. Outside. See? It's beautiful out there. Come on, go see your buddies. Go see your buddies. Look, they're outside. They're having the time of their life. It's like a resort. Nobody's gonna get butchered, I promise. Not today, anyways. Come on, turkeys. Boy, I sure hope it isn't like this at night when I go to put them in. Well, the rest of you are just gonna have to figure it out. These ones can come and eat all them weeds. As much as you want. Look at that. It's like a blanket. All right, so I'm finally down here in the bush, or well, beside the bush. Anyway, so we run 100 feet of wire last summer to this post right here, and I'm gonna run another 100 feet. And I know it's probably gonna take me to where that tree's laid down up to the fence there, and then I'm gonna use electric netting to go through the jungle. And it's surprising, actually. You turn 60 sheep loose in here. I'm not sure what, like, in terms of acreage, how much this would work out to be. Probably like 4 acres, maybe 3. 60 sheep they can chew that up in a hurry. There might be lots of stands and everything, but in terms of actual dry matter volume, we found out last year there wasn't quite as much here as what we thought there was. But definitely, I think we've got a lot more moisture this year, so that should help. More moisture equals a meteor stand of grass. And so we should be better set. But yeah, hopefully we can get to kind of over here area, and then I'll just have to bring the weed whacker through, and we'll just run a line through the bush there off to the edge of the corrals. So then I'll let them out of the pie-shaped pieces and then into the corrals and then out into here. And then I got to keep the cows out on the other side, so because they don't really care about that electric netting. Not with a solar energizer. Like that's child's play to them, right? They don't even feel that, right? But the sheep will. If the cows rub on it and push it down or whatever, well then, it'll be a fiasco. It looks like I'm gonna have more than enough wire to get over here. This is a pussy willow tree. American pussy willow is what this one is. But it's kind of right in the way. It looks like be a nice spot to come down here with a blanket, sit in the shade, have a lovely afternoon picnic. But if you look a little closer, the whole thing is surrounded with stinging nettle. So it maybe wouldn't be the best picnic you could ever have. Anyways, I got to do a little trimming here. You can see, of course, the end of the tree is non-productive anyways, but I'm going to trim it up so I can get by there with that page wire, because that page wire, I'm just going to roll it straight out flat and then just lean it up against, staple it up as I go kind of thing. But I got to get it there. So I don't know how much further. If I can go all the way to that corner, that would be amazing, but I don't think I think that's wishful thinking. But anyhow, I'll get by here first. Well, it's official. I feel like I understand how ice cream feels on a day like today. I'm dripping wet. But hey, look, a fence. The only thing I got left to do is trim my ends, do my wraps there. And then this page wire at the bottom, of course the ground in a few spots does the old whoop-de-whoops there. So what I end up doing is I usually just go into the bush with a chainsaw and I'll just pull off one of those 2 to 3 inch saplings, trim all the branches off of it, and come and weave it in the bottom a little bit. And that will just keep some weight on that fence, keep it pulled down against the ground. So that because the sheep, if they can come up to here and they can get that much through, give them 5 minutes and they'll have well, maybe not even 5 minutes. It don't take them long, and they'll have the rest through. But yeah, there was probably 15 anthills along here, right along, of course, right on the fence line, right where you don't want them to be. So I had to go along with an axe and just chop through the whole anthill right where the page wire goes through, just to give it a path. But there's still some divots and dips that I'll just weave a stick in there and stop any shenanigans from happening. I better get a drink of water here before I start seeing things. I've got one more roll of wire left. If I had 2 more, if I had 3 in total, I could make it all the way to that corner and around to the creek, and then from the creek to that corner, and then from that corner back to the corrals, and the sheep could just stay here. They could have this whole thing all the way from the ram pen way down there by the neighbor's place all the way to the pipeline right away. But every year I buy a couple rolls of this stuff. This is, $200 to $300 a roll. It's not cheap, right? So pretty much just take all the profit we make off of the lambs and chuck it back into fencing, so that we can expand our grazing a little bit more and maybe buy a little less feed and maybe get a few more head of animals and hopefully make a little bit more profit and whittle away at it. I don't know if a guy's ever getting ahead at it or not, but it's after supper here now. We're gonna have us a rodeo. Gonna put these dinosaurs back in the turkey tractor. Come on out, kids, you're blocking the door. Come on, turkeys. Hallie, you left 2 behind. Can't leave them behind. Slow down, slow down. Come on, turkeys. No, it's fine. Finn, back up. Back over there. Well, I don't think I made an intentional maze, but it worked out that way. They trampled lots, eh?
No, you did.
Did I? Finn, get out of the way of the door, honey. Don't, no. Finley, go there. We need the door open. Come on, birdies. Come on. Whew, that's them all. Okay, close the door, Finn. Move your bucket.
Now put the bucket